Hello dear children, today we are back again with our chapter 5, that is understanding elementary shapes, and today we are going to start our exercise 5.4. Now in the first question it is written, what is the measure of a right angle and number 2 a straight angle. Now for the first one, we all know this very well that right angle means 90-degree angle, means it will look like this. Okay, it will look like this. These two are right angles and this is a straight angle. Okay, now for the second one, in the question it is written a straight angle. The measurement of a straight angle is also very clear to us, that is 180 degree. Okay, so the measurement of the right angle is 90 degree and the measurement of the straight angle is 180 degree. These two questions we know all this very well. What are the measurements of what angles? Okay, we have already known so many angles: acute angles, more than 0 degree, less than 90 degree; obtuse angle, more than 90 degree, less than 180 degree; right angle obviously 90 degree, straight angle obviously exactly 180 degree, complete angle 360 degree, and reflex angle more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Now let's come to the next question. Now in question number 2 it is written, say true or false. So we have to say whether these statements are true or false. Now we all know all the definitions of different angles. The measure of an acute angle is less than 90 degree. This is very clear that acute angle is more than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. So the statement which is given over here is true. Okay, now for the next one, the measure of an obtuse angle is less than 90 degree. Obviously, if acute angle is less than 90 degree, then obtuse angle will not be less than 90 degree. So the statement which is given over here is false. Okay, or else we also know that the definition of it, which one is more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Now for question number C it is written, the measure of a reflex angle is greater than 180 degree. In the definition it is told that the reflex angle will be more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Okay, and one measure, the complete angle, the measurement of the complete angle or the complete revolution is 360 degree. We all know this very well. Okay, so only by knowing the definitions we will be able to answer these true or false questions. Now let's come to the next question. Now here is another true or false given. If measurement of angle A is 53 degree and measurement of angle B is 35 degree, then measurement of angle A is greater than measurement of angle B. Obviously 53 is greater than 35, so this statement is true, or we can also write T. Measurement of angle A is equal to measurement of angle B. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Now in question number 3 it is written, write down the measures of A some acute angles and B some obtuse angle. If you know the definition of acute angle as well as obtuse angle, you will be able to know that in which range acute angle and obtuse angle both are lying. Okay, so this question will be your homework. You will write 3 angles which will be acute and 3 angles which will be obtuse. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Now here in this question it is written, measure the angles given below using the protractor and write down the measures. Now see, we have to use the protractor and this is the protractor. You can see this. Okay, now some angles are here. First we will show how to place the protractor. Okay, now the meeting point of the two rays will be coincided with this point. You can see this point here, this point. So first we will place it here. Then this line which is indicating 180 degree angle, you can see this line. This line will be coincided with one ray, one of the rays. Okay, now we will easily measure that which angle is here. You can see here it means from the lower side we will start counting 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. In this way 180 degrees coming. Okay, now here you can see this line is more than 40 degree and less than 50 degree, and here is the point where it is meeting. Okay, so the angle which is formed, you can see this one is more than 40 degree, so 41 degree, 42 degree, 43 degree, 44 degree and 45 degree. Okay, the line which is indicating 45 degree is a little bit bigger. Similarly, the line which is indicating 55 degree a little bit bigger. Similarly for 65 degree, which is a little bit longer. Okay, so the line which is indicating it is 45 degree and this angle will be 45 degree. Okay, now similarly here in this point we will coincide the protractor with this, along with this line also, this 180 degree line, and we will be able to see that which angle is indicating this one. Okay, see exactly in the lower side it is 120 degree, and obviously you can understand that if this is 90 degree, this is more than 90 degree, so it is just coincided with the 180 degree 120 degree point. So this angle will be our 120 degree angle. Okay, now for this one again just place the protractor here only, this with this point, with this line. Similarly you can see that this line will exactly coincide with this 90 degree line, means this angle is indicating the 90 degree angle. And this is our question number D. Here three angles are given. First this one, second this one, and third one is this. Okay, so we have to measure these three angles. Now see, for our convenience either we can put it here or we can put it here in this point. Okay, now if we put it in this point, we will be able to see that this angle is exactly 60 degrees. See, in the at the below we are getting 60 degree. If we coincide this point here, 60 degree, so this angle will be 60 degree. Similarly again if we coincide this point with this point, so and also the lines 180 degree lines, we will be able to see that this point is indicating. Now here we will get the 120 degree angle and the 90 degree angle. You can see. Now here we want to draw an angle. Here the ray has been drawn and we have taken one point which is completely coincided with this point. Suppose I want to draw a 75 degree angle and I have taken this point here. Okay, you can also understand that 75 degree angle is an acute angle which is less than 90 degree. So this angle will be 75 degree. Now what will be the value of this angle? Obviously this one is completely 180 degree. If this one is 75 degree, so this one will be 180 degree minus 75 degree. This one is a straight angle, 180 degree angle. This one is 75, so the remaining one will be 180 degree minus 75. In this way we can understand which one is which one. Now see which angle is which one. Okay, what is the are the values of the different angles. Okay, now see, whenever it is exceeding the 90 degree angle, it is becoming an obtuse angle, and whenever it is less than 90 degree, it is becoming an acute angle. Now 90 degree angle is this one. So if you are confused that which angle we are drawing, whether it is obtuse angle or whether it is acute angle, simply you just draw a 90 degree angle. The angles which are less than 90 degree means all the angles which are forming this portion will be acute angle, and also the angles, if the line is moving in this direction, if this line is moving in this direction, then all the angles which will form here will be obtuse angle. Okay, up to obviously 180 degree. Now let's come to the next question. Now in question number 5 it is written, which angle has a large measure? Now as I said, first we have to place the protractor here. In this way we have placed it. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to check that this another ray is coinciding with which of this line, and also the lower side we will check. Okay, because this side is moving anti-clockwise. See, 0, 10, 20, 30. In this way it is moving. It means it is moving anti-clockwise, and anti-clockwise all the angles become positive. Okay, so we are talking about here about the positive angles. So we will talk about the measurement. Now from the below side, from the lower side we will start counting, and we can see that this line is coinciding with this ray. Okay, so this angle is becoming 40 degree. Okay, and here also the same way we will proceed. This point of this protractor will be coincided with this point, and also this 180 degree line will be coincided with this, and we can see that this is a 70 degree angle. Okay, so the measurement of this angle is 70 degree. Now in the question it is written, which angle has a large measure? First estimate, then measure. Then we have already estimated this angle. This is angle A. Means the measure of angle A is equal to 40 degree. The measure of angle B is equal to 70 degree. Okay, so we have measured it with the help of the protractor, and we have written there which one is large between these two. Okay, or else we can also check it by only watching them. See, this one is 40 degree and this one is 70 degree. We don't know the exact measurement, but we can estimate that this angle B is a little bit larger than angle A. Okay, we can also estimate it by watching, but here in this question it was written that you have to estimate and then we have to measure. So we have estimated it that B may be more than angle A, and we have measured it also. A is equal to 40 degree, B is equal to 70 degree with the help of protractor. Then we have come to know which one is bigger. Okay, now see, the angle sign will be written in this way. We have written angle B in this way. Angle B is greater than angle A. Okay, in this way we can write. Now let's come to the next question. Now in question number 6 it is written, from these two angles which has larger measure, and estimate them and confirm by measuring them. The measurement will be done with the help of protractor, but estimating can be done by only with the help of our eyes. How to do that? Now see, this is our 90 degree angle. Okay, this is 90 degree angle. Now this angle is of measure this much only. Okay, and here also this is our 90 degree angle, and this ray is moving this much. So we can also assume that this angle is greater than this angle by assumption. It is a simple estimation, and we have measured that if this one is 90 degree, so this ray is closer to this ray. Okay, now see, however, the measurement of the angles are increasing. They are closer to 90 degree ray. Now see, this is the 90 degree angle. This is our 90 degree angle. Now the angles which are closer to these lines, which are closer to 90 degree, will be more than these angles. Now this one is further to this angle. This ray is further to this ray. So the measurement of this ray will be less than this one. Similarly, this ray is a little bit nearer to this ray. So the angle, this one will be larger than this one. Similarly, this ray is also nearer to this ray. So the angle, this one will be more than this one as well as this one. Okay. In this way we can measure. Now the measurements of these two angles will be done by yourself. That's why this will be your homework. The exact measurement with the help of protractor you will do it yourself, and by estimation we can easily find that this ray and this ray, we have to check which one is nearer to this 90-degree ray. After that we can easily say that this one is bigger than this one. Okay, now let's come to the next question. Now here in question number 7 it is written, fill in the blanks with acute, obtuse and right angle, or obviously straight angle. Now first question it is written, an angle whose measure is less than that of a right angle is. Right angle means 90 degree. So the angles whose measurement is less than 90 degree will be obviously an acute angle. So answer of 7A will be an acute angle. Now option B, an angle whose measure is greater than that of the right angle is, obviously whose measurement is greater than 90 degree will be an, obviously you can say this. So 7B will be your homework. Now question number C, an angle whose measure is the sum of the measure of two right angles. Two right angles means 2 into 90 degree. It means 180 degree. So exactly the measurement of 180 degree angle, this angle will be called as, you can say this, I also know this very well. So 7B and C will be your homework. Now for question number D, when the sum of the measures of two angles is that of a right angle, then each one of them is. If the sum of two angles is 90 degree, obviously they are less than 90 degrees, so both of them will be acute angles. Okay, then the and question number E, when the sum of the measures of two angles is that of a straight angle, and if one of them is acute, then obviously another will be obtuse. Suppose we have taken an angle 75 degree, which is an acute angle. Okay, which is an acute angle. Now we have to add one more angle with it so that we can get the straight angle, means 180 degree angle. Obviously this angle will be 180 degree minus 75 degree. It means it is coming 105 degree, which is obtuse angle. Okay, so question number 7, B and C will be your homework. Okay, let's come to the next question. Now here in this question written, find the measure of the angle shown in the each of the figure. Now I have drawn only one figure so that you can understand it how to do this sum. Now see, I have drawn this angle, and how to measure this. As I said, the vertex means the meeting point of these two rays will be coincided with this point, this point. Now this will be placed here, and the line also will be coincided. You can easily see that this angle is obviously a 40 degree angle. These two rays, this one and this one, these two lines are coinciding, so this angle will be 40 degree angle. Okay, now here some questions are given. You can see that this one you can measure it with the help of protractor, this one also and this one also. So I have done the first one, so the rest of 3 will be your homework. I know if you try to use the protractor properly, you can also learn it very easily and very fast. So these 3 sums will be your homework. Okay, I am writing it here, rest of 3 homework. Let's come to the next question. Now here in this question it is written, find the angle measure between the hands of the clock. Now see, as I said that here you will get 12 gaps, total number of 12 gaps, and this angle is completely 360 degree. Okay, so the sum of 12 gaps is 360 degree, the angle which is forming. So one gap will be 30 degree. Now we have to count that between 12 and 9 how many gaps are there. So you can find 1, 2, 3. So 3 gaps are there. So for this one, between 9 and 12, 3 into 30 degree means a 90 degree angle is forming. Now for this one, 1 and 12. Okay, so you can see only one gap is there. So here only 30 degree angle is forming. And here if you count from the anti-clockwise direction or in the clockwise direction. Okay, if you count in both the ways, you can also find the number of gaps will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here also the angle which is forming is 180 degree, or else you can also, by watching it or by estimating it, you can also understand this is an 180 degree angle. Okay, we have already discussed all these types of questions in the last exercise. So let's come to the next question. In question number 10, an investigation given. In the given figure, you can see this figure. So look at the angle measurement 30 degree, you can see. Look at the same figure through the magnifying glass. Does the angle becomes larger? Does the size of the angle changes? So it is an investigation, and I think you can do it yourself. First you need to know the use of protractor. You need to place it properly. After that you can do, or you can find any angle which are there in the protractor. Okay, now in the 11 number question it is written, measure and classify each angle. So here you can see some angles are given. Angle AOB means this one, angle BOC means this one, angle COD means this one, angle AOD means this one, also angle AOC means this one, angle BOD means this one. Means so many angles are forming. Okay, you can see angle AOB, AOC, BOC, DOC, DOA and DOB. So first you need to know how to place the protractor. So place the protractor in this figure and you can easily understand which angles measurement is which one, and obviously by knowing the measurements you can classify them, means whether it is acute or whether it is obtuse, you can also say them very easily. Okay, so question number 10 and 11, both of these will be your homework, and if you are facing any problem in doing this or any of the previous problems, then just inform me in my WhatsApp number. Okay, or you can also comment under this video. Okay, so today up to this much class. Our next video will be containing our exercise 5.5. So best of luck for your examination obviously, and keep practicing. Bye.